Hello my marvellous sausages, and welcome to this week's Destiny 2 reset video. Now you may have noticed this one's actually coming out on a Monday, and this is what I'm going to be following from now on, because there's so many things in Destiny that are predictable and I can tell you exactly what's going to be happening for that week. So in this video I'm going to be looking at all the ritual playlist stuff, anything happening with any weekly Crucible events such as Iron Banana. We'll have a look at what we're going to get from Days of Eternity. We'll have a look at anything that's coming up for the new acts. I will also give you any other information as well, and Pinnacles too. So from now on, every Monday will be this kind of info, and that frees me up for my Tuesdays to be a little bit more, well, going with the flow, because lots of new stuff tends to happen on a Tuesday and I want to try this out. So let me know in the comments what you think about this split format from now on. I'll be going over Eververse and everything like that on the Tuesday reset. So let's kick it off. We've got another week of Iron Banana this week, and we know now the game mode will be Tribute, you know, the one with the shooty turrets. So we've got another week to get all our stuff. I haven't played it at all this week, but I've heard the Criminal's Dagger is pretty goddamn good. And I do like that emblem. Will I ever get round to it? Ollie Walk it. Ha! That's pretty cool, isn't it? Yes, there we are. So cool. So we got one more week of Iron Banana with Tribute. Don't forget as well, there's a pinnacle tied up to this too. You can see the look, it comes from doing 8 of the weekly challenges. So here's a heads up if you've been doing that. Check that out this week to make sure you've got them completed before the reset actually kicks in on Tuesday. Now moving on to seasonal stuff this week. This is going to be the last week of Act 1, because Act 2 is of course starting, well, next week, oddly enough. Oh look, I got a thing here. Let's place it in. That, I believe, is the NES 003 specimen. Now, there's been a lot of problems of people trying to pick that one up. I've done a video explaining how to do that. It's probably quite nice to get this all finished before Act 2 starts, so I'll leave a link to that at the end. But talking of Act 2, tomorrow, July the 9th, 10 AM Pacific time or 6 PM UK time, we've got a Bungie dev stream talking all about Act 2. So I'm going to be live streaming that tomorrow when it releases, which is very, very cool. Now, don't forget as well, if you come and watch me on Twitch, Twitch drops are enabled, and you'll be able to acquire this lovely, sexy emblem called Ooh Shiny. Yes, that's what it's called. Looks quite cool as well. You have to watch for 15 minutes, but of course, you'll want to watch it all, won't you? And interact with us all in our lovely community. Yes, there we go. So don't forget, I've got a live stream tomorrow at 6 PM UK time, where we'll follow the dev stream and find all about Act 2 of Echoes. Now, let's have a look at Week 6 triumphs. That's this week's new triumphs that are going to be dropping. We've got Lost in the Pale Heart, complete Lost Sectors, earn bonus progress for Pale Heart Lost Sectors and Expert difficulty or higher Lost Sectors. 0 out of 10 there, so you want to try and do the experts as much as you can, I suppose. You've got Fight Forever Guardian, defeat Guardian the Supers, and you earn bonus progress for using the new Supers, that Song of Flame, Twilight Arsenal, or Storm's Edge. 7 of them, Guardian is, yes. Cooperative Company, complete the cooperative focused mission. So that's one of the Ascent, Descent, or the Iconoclasm missions that we talked about a little bit earlier on. We've got Absolutely Stunning, so stun 50 champions. Iron, complete Crucible matches and earn bonus progress in Iron Banana, and get extra bonus for victories. We've got Grey Clouds, defeat targets with Arc, Solar Stasis, or Void subclass equipped in Gambit, and bonus progress, of course, for ability final blows and kickings against Guardian. And finally, we've got Precision Calibration, calibrate marksman weapons, scout rifles, sniper rifles, and linear fusion rifles as well, by landing precision final blows. Bonuses against Guardian. Now moving on to the exotic rotator. So the exotic mission will be Vox Obscura. That'll give you a pinnacle. So that means the exotic weapon is the Dead Messenger grenade launcher. And the weapons are from the Season of the Risen. So we've got the Explosive Personality grenade launcher. We've got the Recurrent Impact machine gun. The Under Your Skin bow. The Sweet Sorrow auto rifle. The Thoughtless sniper rifle. And finally, of course, the Piece of Pulse mind rifle. Well, you know what I mean. The armor set is this one. It's the Tusked Allegiance set. Here's the Warlock one with the lovely glowing eye, which can change depending on what doodahs you stick on it. It's a very good looking set, that one, well worth picking up. The Pinnacle Dungeon is the Grasp of Avarice. And for the loot pool, first we've got the Matador 64 shotgun. Now that's arc and it's precision frame. This drops from the Frazier encounter, because he certainly does Frazier. And we've got the Captain Avrock encounter, the one at the end. It drops from there too. We've got the Hero of Ages sword. That That's Arc, its Vortex frame. That drops from the second encounter, the Fallen encounter, and also from the final encounter as well. Next, we've got the 1000-yard stare, probably the best named sniper rifle in the game. This is Void, adaptive frame. This one only drops from the final encounter with the Captain Avarok fellow. And then finally, the IS Luna hand cannon. That's status, adaptive frame, and this one drops from the final encounter too. Now, what's quite nice about the Grasp of Avarice being the dungeon is that you can get the Corrupting Echo cover set, or the Corrupting Echo set, but you can get Artifice armor this week from completing the Master. And what Artifice means is you get an extra slot for enhancing resilience, mobility, recovery, or whatever. So it's well worth running that this week if you want to get some Artifice. The Pinnacle raid is King's Fall. And let's have a quick look at the loot pool. So we've got the Doom of Chelchis Scout Rifle. You can get this from the first encounter, the Portal, the Totems in the second encounter, and the Golgoroth encounter. The Defiance of Yasmin Sniper Rifle, Kinetic Adaptive Frame. This only drops from one of the encounters, which is the War Priest. But of course you can get an Oryx too. Here we go. Zahuli's Bane Hand Cannon. That's Solar Adaptive Frame, and that's in Golgoroth, the Daughters, and Oryx. The Quillim's Terminus Machine Gun, this one Stasis, High Impact Frame. Now you can get that from the Totems encounter, and you can also get it from the Golgoroth encounter as well, and also the Daughters encounter too. And it's worth pointing that any of these weapons can drop with Oryx. The Smite of Moraine, that's a Kinetic Adaptive Frame Pulse Rifle, and this baby drops with the War Priest, and it also drops with the Daughters encounter and Oryx as well. And then we've got the Mida's Reckoning, which is a fusion rifle. That's Arc, it's High Impact Frame, and that drops from the Golgoroth encounter, and it also drops from Oryx too. And the exotic drop, of course, is the Touch of Malice Scout Rifle. Strange. Now, before we get into this week's Dares of Eternity loot pool, I'd like to apologise because last week I listed this week's as last week's, and basically I got it wrong. Although no one mentioned anything in the comments, so all I can assume is nobody's watching. But hey ho, because I enjoy doing it, here comes this week's Dares of Eternity loot pool, and before we start, Zydron is the final git on Expert. Is it the Constellation, the Canis Major Grenade Launcher, that's Solar Rapid Fire Frame? It's Outrageous Fortune Grenade Launcher, Solar Rapid Fire Frame. The Not One Iota Draconis, Solar High Impact Frame. The Wolf Tone Draw Bow, Arc, and it's Precision Frame. It's Timmy the Time Sausages Stuffed Tiger, that's right, it's a cuddly toy. The Fractethys Shotgun, Stasis Precision Frame. The Contingency Plan Scout Rifle, its Arc and its Rapid Fire Frame. The Legal Action 2, the sequel to the Legal Action High Impact Frame Pulse Rifle, Kinetic. The Thick and Creamy Chrysura Mellow Auto Rifle, it's Solar, and it hits hard High Impact Frame. If you want to know what hard is, it's this, an electronic version from Invicta Games of Mastermind. It's the Steel Sybil Z14 Sword Adaptive Frame, and it's Void. The Spoiler Alert Sidearm Kinetic Lightweight Frame. Simple but effective. The very peculiar Vulpecula Stasis Hand Cannon Precision Frame. And our armor sets this week are the Pathfinder set, and the usual Scatterhorn set. Now, the Nightfall this week will be the Disgraced, and in that baby we're going to have Barrier, our Unstoppable Champions, we've got Arc, Solar, and Void Shields. A nice array there, yes. However, we don't know what the Nightfall drop will be this week because the rotation is still being played out, so I'll give you an update on that in tomorrow's vid. In the Crucible, we're going to have Zone Control and Elimination, and again, there's also going to be a boost to a Crucible reputation as well. Lovely. And I'm taking a bit of a punt on this one, but I'm pretty sure that the Pinnacle co-op mission will be the Iconoclasm. So there we go. There's your complete update on all things reset this week. Don't forget as well, I've got a live stream tomorrow, so we can have a little look at what the devs are going to be saying about Act 2. And I'll also have a video out next week for any extra bits and bobs that arrive during the reset. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you want me to cover in this particular reset, because I can give you the Lost Sector lists, I can tell you the Ascendant challenges, all that kind of thing that are upcoming in the week. So anything that's predictable, I can put in here. So let me know in the comments what you'd like me to cover, and if it's good enough, we'll be able to make it a fixture going forward. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you all again very soon. Sausage out.